real quick, I want to share this because I am a fan of John Madden. And here is John Madden, played by Nicholas Cage in an upcoming movie, and Christian Bale plays Oakland Raiders owner Al Davis.
Yeah, is this technically a video game movie?
It's not really. I mean, it's the real story of, John Madden and Al Davis in the 70s, and the Raiders had a run, and I love this. I love this. You got two actors that can chew the scenery, and here they are. I mean, and John Madden, I was a huge fan of the video game. I have not played the game in a long time, but that video game was awesome. There was always the Madden curse. If you're a player and you're on the cover of the Madden game, you end up getting injured that season. That was the Madden curse. It was real. And this is a storied rivalry. And John Madden, I just remember John Madden reminded me of my Uncle Jim, who would watch football every Sunday and swear to such a degree that I was scared he was going to pop a blood vessel. He'd get all red in the face. And that's what John Madden has, this really distinct voice. If Nick Cage can pull off the John Madden voice, well, we're making a turducken, I will love it. So I love sports movies. And so I'm all in, especially we just saw Nick Cage in The Surfer. I don't think you saw that movie, Alan.
No, I did see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I enjoyed it, but was like, ooh, kind of rough in spots. Yeah. But I got to say, this is perfect casting. I think it's amazing. Obviously enhanced by makeup and hair and whatnot, but damn, if he's got if he gets the way he walks and the voice down, I'm all in on this. So, and Christian Bale, my God, he transforms himself.
I know. Yeah. You don't recognize him here.
No, not at all.
He looks a lot like Al Davis that he does Christian Bale.
Not at all, but I love it. I'm in. I'm all in. But let's talk about this. Mel Gibson sets the resurrection of Christ with Lionsgate.
69.
Capitalizing on the success of the death and resurrection of Superman storyline that Zack Snyder did, which was well received by fans. I think he's capitalizing on it. And from Deadline, I'm making a joke.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Keep up, Alan. I haven't.
No, I just switched to Zack Snyder from Mel Gibson, and I'm supposed to keep up.
I love talking to you on a Friday morning. I love it. It's so much fun. From Deadline, Mel Gibson sets Resurrection of the Christ with Lionsgate follow up to the blockbuster The Passion of the Christ. Alan, you've seen The Passion of the Christ.
I actually have not, but I know the source material intimately.
Yes. Well, tell us the bit of the story, and I want your opinion. Because
what are you talking about? You want me to talk about the Passion of the Christ or the Resurrection of the Christ?
I want you to talk. Give me the summation of this news story, and then we'll discuss.
All right. Okay, I asked you a question. Did you want me to talk about the Passion of Christ or the Resurrection of the Christ?
Give me. Okay, this is a news story that our producer put in here. I assume there's a summation, and how we do this is I introduce the topic, then you read about it, then we comment, then we go to chat.
Okay, got it. Got it. All right. So, Mel Gibson is officially moving forward with the Resurrection of the Christ, the long-awaited sequel to his 2004 box office phenomenon, The Passion of the Christ. Partnering with Lionsgate and his Icon Productions, co-founder Bruce Davey, Gibson will begin production in late summer. Jim Caviezel is expected to return as Jesus, alongside other cast members, including Monica Bellucci. The original film earned $370 million domestic and over $610 million worldwide on a $30 million budget, long holding the record as the highest-grossing R-rated film in the U.S. from Mel Gibson. From Adam Fogelson, chair of Lionsgate Motion Picture Group. For many, many people across the globe, the Resurrection of Christ is the most anticipated theatrical event in our generation. The film is described as a deeply personal for Gibson and a major cinematic event, marking another chapter in his long-running collaboration with Lionsgate.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm frozen.
Yes, you are.
So I'll be right back, but please give everyone your thoughts.
Yeah, my thoughts. Looking very much forward to it. I would direct you to the Joe Rogan interview recently with Mel Gibson. He talks about in that one the fact that the sequel is at least in the pre-production stage or the hey, let's find the money stage. Believe the words were, if Jim Caviezel's not in it or if he doesn't play Jesus, it's a no-go. My understanding, it just takes place right where the Passion of the Christ ends, which is with the resurrection, and then it leads right into the book of Acts, where I believe that's where the church begins. So I think it goes well into Acts. I don't know how far, but I'm pretty excited. I will say this. Look, I've not seen Passion of the Christ for one big reason. I don't like violence in that way, but I do know the source material intimately. I know what happened. I don't need to see it on the screen, but for many, it's meaningful and great. I love that. And if it brings people to Christ, I'm good. I'm much more likely to see Resurrection of the Christ than I am the Passion, because I do like the story of the early church, its beginnings, the resurrection of Christ, and then using the apostles at that time to build the church from there. So that's where I'm at with the Passion of the Christ.
There's been a lot of Superman news out there. Obviously, the new trailer dropped this week, but Nicholas Hoult was interviewed in a story on EW, that's Entertainment Weekly. And I'm going to share the story with you. Alan, you can share the notes.
Sure.
But let me give you the headline here. Inside the mind of Lex Luthor, how Superman star Nicholas Hoult made DC villain feel suitably dangerous. Exclusive. First of all, let me just comment. He looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He looks amazing as Lex Luthor. Let me just say that right off the bat. Secondly, I am told that his portrayal of Lex Luthor is chilling. He straight up murders people. So, Alan, tell us what's in this piece.
When Nicholas Hoult first read the script for Superman, he was auditioning for Clark Kent, but a voice inside whispered, maybe you could do a good job with the Lex stuff. Though he dismissed the thought, it proved prophetic. After seeing Corin Sweat's auditions sitting in the sunlight, just like Superman does, and to charge up, Hoult knew that's Superman. Corin Sweat got the cape, but Hoult got a call to play Lex Luthor. I let out what I described as an evil cackle, he says. Gunn's version of Luthor is a sorcerer of science, obsessive and calculating. Hoult embraced the bald look, calling it Luthor's uniform so focused, his hair would seem frivolous. He even let his son Joaquin shave his head, joking, my younger son got great pleasure out of slapping my head.
Yeah. Well, I've met Nicholas Hoult briefly at a press event. He is cordial. He is a gentleman, very polite, obviously British. And it's so weird how so many British actors play iconic American characters. Mm-hmm. So yet another one, Christian Bale playing Batman, Henry Cavill playing Superman. I mean, it is what it is, folks. The Brits, they're damn good actors. They're very disciplined. They know how to do American accents. So I can't wait for this. I think that we've questioned a lot of things about Superman, but I'm told that Lex Luthor is absolutely that his portrayal as Lex Luthor is amazing in the film. And you will be afraid of Lex Luthor. What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting choice. I think it's the baby face that kind of gets me. But
right.
if he can overcome that, then it's very promising. And then he describes himself as the sorcerer of science, which leads me to believe he should have been Dr. Doom.
Oh my God, he might have made a great Dr. Doom. I just think he's the kind of actor that disappears into his role.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's Hank in the X-Men or or in Mad Max Fury Road. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he plays all these kind of baby face roles. To me, I think this one is, to me, if he pulls it off, he will have crossed over into the next level of acting.
Yeah.
Even with Hank, it was like baby face. I needed him to be a little bit more menacing than he was, or a little more darker than he was. But here we go. Lex Luthor.